Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to talk about how we think Morro Jable compares with Caleta de Fuste, which we've stayed at several times. So we'll talk about both resorts, what we think, which one we think is better, and hopefully if you're considering both resorts this may help you out. If it does, then please do give a thumbs up later on, and of course subscribe to the channel. So as you've probably spotted, it's not just Out and About with Andy tonight. Mrs. Out and About with Andy has joined us to give you all her valued opinion, which is probably more constructive than mine. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the beaches. Caleta de Fuste has 3 beaches, 2 of them quite sizable, one of them a little bit smaller. Morro Jable, one huge beach all the way along. What were your thoughts?
I like the fact that you could walk along the whole of the beach.
Yeah.
It was a lot better than it was. It was lovely. We had a really nice time just paddling in the sea and stuff like that, rather than having to negotiate lots of rocks and things, which you do in Caleta de Fuste. So I think the beach in Morro Jable is much more
good,
it's a lot better. So
yes, lovely fine sand the whole length of the beach. One slight downside is unlike in Caleta de Fuste, where there's certain areas where the naturist people go, you can find them absolutely everywhere on the beach.
Place.
I would say one thing about the beaches, and that is because it's such a long stretch of beach here, obviously you've got to be wary of any tides, whereas Caleta de Fuste is in a little sort of circular part of the beach, and there are other little coves which, if you've got little ones, you've got kids or people who aren't very happy about swimming, then Caleta de Fuste probably better, because
it would be safer, wouldn't it, for children and things like that.
I mean here there are loads of lifeguard stations, same as Caleta de Fuste, but I imagine there won't be any tidal currents in Caleta de Fuste, which there may be out on the sea here. So the next one probably isn't on everybody's radar when they're looking at a holiday destination. Wildlife. Now, I like to take photographs of things, so that's kind of an important consideration when I pick a holiday somewhere. I like to know if there's something I can go and have a look at. Obviously, Caleta de Fuste isn't really great for the little
brown squirrels,
people call them chipmunks. Apart from that, the occasional cattle egret or something like that. We did once see
spoonbills.
We did once see spoonbills, and we did
once
once see a falcon as well. Looking to find some little squirrels to eat.
And them little dipper things and that coffee.
Yes, the turnstones, ruddy turnstones. We saw those. But apart from that, it's not massive on wildlife. Whereas here, Morro Jable, I mean, there's a lovely nature reserve, and presumably you have to be up early to see them. We don't get up early, but the rest of them they go in the park, and we've seen
4 types of ibis. And that's been absolutely amazing.
Egrets and ibis, and parakeets, and obviously you've still got the chipmunks. So there's been a more variety here to see and enjoy. And
I'm sorry, it's the ibis. They're absolutely beautiful.
There was glossy ibis and the
sacred ibis, as you said, but absolutely beautiful things we haven't seen before. So
we're not seeing those. I think I've seen one glossy ibis in Maspalomas
once. Very.
But there's a pair here and the nesting, and there's all that type of thing.
I think it's more than one pair. There's 3 at one point.
That's true.
There's probably a couple of pairs, but
lovely. But really, really good thing here.
If you're interested in wildlife and things, this is better than
better than Caleta de Fuste.
Yeah.
So the next section, bars and restaurants. You're spoiled for choice in both resorts, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, they are further away here in Morro Jable. We've ended up spending most of our evenings in the hotel, haven't we? Which we normally wouldn't do, but that has to be the case because it just cost us about €8 for a taxi back from the other end of Morro Jable back to our hotel. So you're looking at €16 for your taxi for an evening if you want to go out for a drink. And we stayed in an all-inclusive hotel, so it didn't really make much sense to go out every night somewhere else.
Last night, so we thought we'd
go and celebrate,
along.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And we went and watched the sunset. So the next bit we're going to talk about is the availability of all the shops here in Morro Jable compared with Caleta de Fuste. Firstly, I would say that there are kind of higher end shops here, sort of designer label shops,
more designer labels,
which you didn't really find in Caleta de Fuste. So you've got Tommy Hilfiger and things like that. Lots of perfume shops, but you'd find that in Caleta de Fuste as well.
Yeah, you would. But
lots of your general touristy type of shops as well. Tat shops, yeah.
Actually, no, do you know what? There isn't as many.
There isn't as many, do you
No, I
think?
don't think there's not as...
Well, do you think they're just further spaced out? Because it's a long strip really here. Whereas
true, it's all
over the place in Caleta de Fuste.
Yeah.
So, better shops here. If you like shopping and you want to be buying branded goods. If you're not really bothered about that, which, to be honest, we're not really bothered about branded stuff, are we?
Don't do
so,
that. Not our thing, is it?
Not really. So that's our thoughts on the shops. So one of the things we kind of touched on there was Morro Jable is one long strip of shops, whereas Caleta de Fuste, the kind of...
It's more like a town,
isn't it? Yeah,
it's like,
small circular route round things, which is handier, I think. It doesn't matter where you are in the resort, the shops are fairly close by.
Yeah, I think I prefer that. Yeah,
whereas where we are here in the, what's it called? I keep forgetting the name of the hotel we're staying in. Barcelo Occidental Jandia Mar. So where we are, we're miles out.
Yeah, we are right at the top, and it's a massive walk to the bottom.
It is.
And then just a few shops, and then another massive walk. Yeah. And so...
luckily the hotel does put a bus on, which will drop you closer to where the shops are.
Yeah, it does.
But it's only twice a day that runs and picks you up again at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So you'd have to be there all day, which we tended not to do, and we ended up putting our steps in to walk back.
I'm getting a taxi.
Yeah, I'm getting a taxi. So from the point of view of Caleta de Fuste versus Morro Jable, which do you prefer?
I'd prefer Caleta de
Fuste, it's easy to get to, everything, isn't it? So that's our thought on the resort and how accessible it is to get to all of those different things. Okay folks, those of you who are quite observant will have noticed I've lost my co-star. She's headed off to bed, but we'll wrap up the video after we discuss who are the both resorts aimed at and will they suit you best. So Caleta de Fuste, definitely a British bias in that resort. You can go to a lot of bars that cater for Brits. There are lots of pubs which will offer a Sunday roast. They'll also sell you a full English breakfast. Whilst lots of other nations do use Caleta de Fuste, definitely it is worthy of the tag that a few other YouTubers have given it, which is Little Britain. Morro Jable, on the other hand, well, down here in Jandia, definitely a German bias here. You can tell from a lot of the restaurants that the menus are first translated into German rather than any other language, and it's fine. Certainly we've felt welcome anywhere we go. There hasn't been anything where you as Brits that we felt out of place or anything like that. So it's not a worry, it's just that the majority of the customers here are in fact Germans. So I hope this video has helped you make a decision as to which resort you'd prefer to go to, Morro Jable or Caleta de Fuste. Of course, there is a third option, and that's Coralejo, but that's one for another video. If you've enjoyed this video, then do please give it a thumbs up, it really helps the channel out an awful lot. And if you'd like to see more travel vlogs, then please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in another one. Goodbye for now.